What's up, everybody? Today I'm sitting down with the man behind the athlete and content creator platform Millions.co, Matt Whitteker. He's an entrepreneur who's helping taking that content that athletes and content creators and pay-per-views are putting out to the next level with their beautiful platform, which I've been on for almost 2 years now. From owning a boxing gym to building this billion-dollar platform, Millions.co, this conversation is packed with game-changing insights to help any aspiring entrepreneurs take it to the next level. And if you're enjoying this content, give me a subscribe, like, follow. Please share this content with your network too. I really appreciate all of the support. Now, Matt Whitteker, let's get it. Welcome back to Fight Capital, where we enter the ring of combat sports business. I'm your host, Ryan Rapaport. Today, I'm joined by Matt Whitteker. He is a visionary entrepreneur and co-founder of Millions, a groundbreaking platform which we're on right now, transforming how athletes and creators engage with their audiences. He has a remarkable journey from owning a boxing gym to building a billion-dollar-plus company where he's bringing a unique blend of business acumen and passion for sports. And he's collaborated with figures like Bruce Buffer and initiatives like Fight for the Cure, the world's largest charity boxing event. As Matt continues to innovate at the intersection of technology and sports entertainment, I'm excited to chat with him today. Thanks for joining me today, Matt. How are you and where are you joining from?
Hey, thanks, Ryan. What a great introduction. Thank you so much. Joining from my home office here in Cancun, Mexico. So great to be here.
Yeah, Matt, well, I touched on a few of those items in your past, which has been a pretty incredible journey, you know, from having that gym to where you're at today with Millions and a couple of the other very cool projects you're in on, like Gold Bar. Can you share a bit about your background and what led you into the world of tech entrepreneurism?
I started off, like you mentioned, with the boxing gym. When I was in university working as a bank teller, one of the girls that I worked with asked me if I could teach a boxing class. And of course I said, no, I don't know anything about that. And when she said it pays $50 an hour, I immediately said I was a boxing coach and could absolutely teach that class. And what happened was I started teaching these boxing classes at corporate gyms, and people enjoyed the classes and kept asking, is there a gym that I could join? And these were white collar folks. And there was no gym in our city that was tailored to the white collar crowd. So my younger brother and I and a friend got together and started what was named Final Round Boxing back in 2007, making me feel really old right now. And that gym actually moved to Las Vegas and is still operational. It's called the Split T Boxing Club. But it was a great journey. The gym was open in Ottawa, in a small kind of location in Ottawa for over a decade, and that spawned a charity boxing event called Fight for the Cure, which is still happening. It's actually happening in 2 weeks in Ottawa, and it's the biggest charity boxing event of its type, where we train executives to box against each other and raise money for the Regional Cancer Foundation.
That's very cool. And just, you know, talk to me a little about the Millions. I mean, now that the app is out, I've just been, as someone who's been on the platform for well over a year now, seeing how it's grown and what it's done for athletes and creators just seems like a game changer. Could you elaborate on how Millions today and the app you've built are empowering these athletes and creators, and what features are really setting us apart from other platforms?
Millions is, so as you know, a streaming and e-commerce platform for sports. And one of the biggest growth areas, one of the areas we're most excited about, I guess there's two, is one, being fully app enabled. We started off kind of desktop platform based, and now everything is moving to the app. So if you're an athlete or a creator, just download the Millions app, and it makes it really easy to get up and running with our three core products, that being e-commerce, so start your own merchandise line, get your own hats, hoodies, shirts. We can do custom designs on your behalf for you, and that's all included. You don't even pay for that. So for athletes, it's really cool to get their own brand, and it's all app enabled to share all the content, share all the sales templates that we automatically generate. The second big value driver for athletes and creators like you, Ryan, is our new sports marketing campaign manager and campaign builder. It allows brands to go in and basically send out proposals or send out RFPs based on a predetermined price. So there's no negotiation or haggling. I'm a brand, I want to get Instagram Reels in Texas from boxers. and that would only go out to boxers in Texas. Or I want to sponsor podcasts in the fight space, and my budget is X. And those creators or those athletes will get that offer. They can choose to accept it or not. And then once they do, the campaign goes back to the brand. They get to pick their talent and then activate, and the full campaign runs and gets activated in terms of content deliverables or showing up on podcasts or getting product placement. So when you think about Millions as a platform, we have the app, which is great for content creators and athletes. We have the campaign manager, which is great for brands. And then finally, through the streaming platform, we've got over 500 event partners that will do thousands of events streamed on Millions in the form of a pay-per-view. So let's say I'm Fight for the Cure, which is happening in 2 weeks, which is actually happening, and I want to stream my event across the world because participants have friends, family, fans that want to take in the event and want to watch. They can do their pay-per-view on Millions. But not only is it just streaming, you could do that on Vimeo or some other platform. We actually interview all the participants, create really cool short form video content that helps drive subscriptions, helps drive sales to the event, and that's all included when you stream on Millions. So 3 really exciting kind of emerging areas for us that we're really excited about: the app, the campaign manager, and then just streaming and short form video in general.
Well, I think you guys have done an amazing job of getting the talent involved on the site. And it's always, my relationship with the team has always been an amazing one, of them supporting me, supporting my content, helping me get everything I need. Talk to me, someone like Bruce Buffer, and bringing him on as a co-founder. I mean, I'm sure that was quite an experience. And talk to me a little bit about how his involvement has influenced you, Millions, and the mission of the team there.
When we were starting the company, we went to Bruce to ask him to make an announcement video. And part of that journey actually had a lot of impact on our product roadmap, because we didn't know how to deal with sports agents. We didn't know if you go direct to talent, you try messaging on Instagram, but nobody answers. We ended up, after multiple tries, getting through to Bruce directly through his website. But not every athlete or not every talent has a personal website that they manage. So part of working with Bruce gave us the idea for some of our products that came along in terms of the B2B campaign manager products. But we got in touch with Bruce off his website. He called us, and we just had such a great discussion. We showed him an early demo of the product, of the platform. He understood that athletes struggle to get sponsors, to create their own merchandise and e-commerce websites, to really create really cool and compelling content, to get interviewed before their fights. Most athletes don't have a PR team, an e-commerce team, a content team. They're just kind of on their own. And when he saw what we were building at Millions, when he saw the prototype of the product, he's like, I got to get involved. Like, how can I join you guys? And we suggested, well, why don't you be a co-founder of the company? So it was a pretty cool turn of events when we thought, maybe we could get Bruce to do the announcement video, to him saying, like, can I be a co-founder of the company? And one highlight for me was when we were raising our first round of outside capital. It turned out it was with Volition Capital, $1.7 billion under management, an amazing growth equity firm. Bruce came on the pitch to the venture capitalists, and as we're going through, we're presenting the company, answering their questions, and all the really boring stuff. What's the lifetime value of a customer? What's your customer acquisition cost? Your acquisition channels, and how do they scale? Kind of the really boring stuff. But as we get to the end, Bruce comes in and he's like, guys, you tell me that you're going to invest. I'm going to announce it right now. It's time for an investment. And the investors were all cracking up. And for them, I don't think they've had like a celebrity ever come on a VC pitch. And we ended up closing the deal. I think it's because of the metrics, but Bruce definitely helped. And I was at kind of our investor conference last week, and they still talk about that. They're like, Bruce Buffer came on the pitch. He was going to say it's time. It was just kind of a surreal experience for me and for the investors. It was awesome.
What a way to close the door on that one too. I mean, you've been involved in so many cool projects, ranging from the tech to owning a part of Gold Bar Whiskey too, which I'm a big fan of, and I know Bruce has been behind. How do you manage such a diverse portfolio, and what's driving you to explore these different industries or partaking in different parts of them? Hey everyone, quick favor to ask. Did you know that nearly 80% of the people tuning in right now aren't subscribed yet? That subscribe button down below is what powers me every week to keep putting out these podcasts. Big shout out and thank you to everyone that's been supporting me for this. I couldn't do it without you. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe below. It means the world to me. And for everyone supporting me, thank you so much. Now back to the show.
It all comes back to boxing at some level for me. Almost everything good in my life has directly come from the boxing ring, whether being the owner of the boxing gym or a coach. But when you think about the evolution of millions, I went from a boxing gym to a company called No Notes to a supply chain data management company called Ascent. And as I was leaving Ascent, sorry.
All good.
As I was leaving Ascent, I wanted to combine enterprise software, building a company, scaling to $1 billion plus, over $100 million in revenue. Take that and combine it with my love of sports and boxing and combat sports, and it was such an area that has been underserved from a technological standpoint, and the platform needed to be built. Wasn't my idea. It was a culmination of again, Scott, my younger brother, one of our co-founders, Adrian, in a cigar lounge, talking about the Cameo style personalized video, talking about Joe Rogan Fight Companion, and being able to watch sporting events with your favorite celebrities. And that's how Millions came together. The Gold Bar deal came together because they were an advertiser on the Millions platform. And I just love the product. I love the brand. I love the taste of the whiskey. And anytime I would show it to anybody, they would just be like, where do I get this? How do I get a bottle? So when I had the opportunity to invest, I jumped at the opportunity. And it's a great management team, amazing brand, great tasting whiskey. And I just couldn't pass up that opportunity. So they started as a client though, which is kind of cool. It's a good testament to our platform.
Well, speaking of the platform too, I mean, just everything that's happened with the platform as it's built up, and now having Fight for the Cure, which is the world's largest charity boxing event. You've even trained Canada's Prime Minister, if I read that correctly. So I'm just curious, how have all those unique experiences that you've had in this philanthropy side of it shaped that approach to your business, and how you continue to build out what you think is going to be the best end product and what your clients are telling you?
Well, one of the things, Ryan, about starting a company is scratching your own itch is one of those cool things to do, because you have a client, you have your first client because it's you. You build something for yourself. And what happened in our journey with Fight for the Cure is, one, we needed streaming. Two, we wanted to produce really cool and compelling content. And how do you do that when you're thinking about sports and streaming? Well, you interview all the participants and you create really cool and compelling short form video content, and then you distribute that out. That's what sells tickets. That's what gets people excited about an event, is hearing the stories of the participants. So, almost everything that I've done in business has been either scratching my own itch or scratching the itch of one of my co-founders. In Ascent, that was a supply chain data management company. My co-founder and best friend, John, he was working as a supply chain data management consultant, and he's like, man, I need software to do my job better. And it didn't exist, so we built it. When you think about the boxing gym, well, I built it because everyone was asking me, is there a good corporate gym to build? What happened starting the charity boxing event is our grandfather was going through cancer treatment. So we decided to combine boxing and do a fundraiser to help raise money for the Cancer Foundation, where my grandfather was using their services. So everything that's kind of happened in my career has been started off by either scratching my own itch or scratching a co-founder's itch, because you got a client, at least one person wants the business or the service or wants to go to the event, and it's been a good formula so far.
Well, I mean, just seeing everything you've accomplished, what you guys continue to build out over there has been amazing to see. But for any aspiring entrepreneurs and creators out there, what advice would you give to them about leveraging technology and innovation to achieve their goals?
I think you have to be on trend right now. So the the really emergent trends in sports marketing, in sports business, are accepting the fact that we live in a dopamine culture. So younger fans want short form video content. They want to hear direct stories, but they want them quick and concise and in a variety of different formats. They want to watch short form video on TikTok. They want cool images and carousels on Instagram. They want podcasts when they're in their car or when they go running. So the best formula for content creators or for people, athletes specifically, creating content to drive up their personal enterprise value, to drive up their NIL, is to build an audience. You do that through telling stories and through compelling content. You do it through multi-channel, but typically it's long-form video first, and then that gives you the opportunity to create short-form video content across multi-channels, an omni-channel strategy. And that works both for businesses and it works for individuals trying to build up their NIL. So it's kind of the same formula if you're a brand, if you're a content creator, or you're an athlete trying to raise your NIL value, trying to sell your products, or trying to grow any individual channel. The reality that people, brands, and athletes, content creators, athletes have to accept is dopamine world, long form video, multi-channel, and then ultimately cut down to short form, and then be where the people are. So on the big platforms.
No, you hit the nail on the head there, man. And having interviewed several up and coming fighters on your guys' platform, as well as some UFC stars, it's been really cool to see people leverage it for that. And as it branches over into social and being that omni-channel approach, it's definitely hitting all the spots there. So congrats to you and the team, and really excited to see what you do next. Before we get going, I got to put you on the spot a little bit. This is a question that I always ask the people that I've been doing the live streams with on Millions. If you were doing your walkout song as you're going down, walking into that ring or that cage, what would your walkout song be, Matt?
Okay, I've had 17 amateur boxing fights. My favorite walkout song, because my favorite boxer of all time is Roy Jones Jr., so Can't Be Touched by Roy Jones Jr. Gets me pumped up, gets the audience pumped up. I've walked out to it a couple times. Final answer.
It's so funny. You're over 100 podcasts I filmed now, and I think over like 70, 80 streams that I've done on Millions. You now have been the second person in 2 weeks that has given me that song. So it's
who's the other one? Who's the other one?
Who just was the guy? He's from Playmaker. Playmaker, did you like Shaq's podcast? They're doing everything with Road to the Fight with Max Holloway too, and so he's one of the content guys. He did a lot of stuff with Nate and Royce as well. So it's funny, small world, and it's like, of course, I've been doing this for almost 2 years, and I get the same answer in like a couple weeks here. But hey, Matt, I really appreciate you doing this. I love everything you guys are doing. I really can't wait to see what the next level is. I've been watching in the background as the platform's evolving and all the cool tools that have sprung up and have continued to add value to the ecosystem. So really excited for you and the team, and can't wait to do this again.
Love it. Well, thanks for having me, Ryan. Awesome to touch base, and thanks for being with us on Millions.
Yeah, and I know we'll be talking again soon, so look forward to it, and you have a great day.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.